Today on the Footy 5, we are going to talk Champions League on Champions League. But I am at Parcero, Philly, uniting all through sports and culture here in the beautiful city of Philadelphia. And let's get your Footy 5 started. Before we get started, guys, real quick, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, hitting that bell button for notifications, as well as sharing this video and this channel to help me grow here. And that's right, guys. For today, I want to get started with the UEFA Champions League. That is right. We're back in action with Champions League with two great matches today, and not particularly the results I expected, but let's dive right into it. All right, in our first matchup, we got Chelsea versus Bayern Munich. Now, we were all expecting this to be a quite entertaining matchup. Hopefully, it was going to be close. Of course, we all had our thoughts of the rematch of the 2012 Champions League finals. But this wasn't the case here. Right off the bat, Bayern Munich just were a step ahead of Chelsea. Now, Chelsea also had Willy Caballero, not the every match starter for Chelsea. He did a solid job, but it was more so the counterattack of Bayern Munich. They imposed their will. They had this chemistry up top. Gnabry, Lewandowski, and Thomas Müller really were on point for Bayern Munich. Gnabry would get 2 goals while Lewandowski would get a goal as well. And Alonso Davies has really made all Canadians worldwide, quite frankly, so proud to be Canadian. He is truly the future of Canada and the future of North America. I can't think of a better prospect from CONCACAF region than Alonso Davies. It was a clinical performance by Bayern Munich, and they head back home to Munich in the second leg up 3-0. And it's safe to say that Chelsea's Champions League dreams are going to be over here. And the second matchup we had today, we had Napoli facing off against Barcelona. And we all know this was they were naming this the Maradona Derby because obviously Maradona was well known for playing for both clubs, especially Napoli. But a lot of people saw this as a tall task for Napoli. Simply the fact that they haven't been playing up to par this season. And Barcelona, well, is Barcelona, and they still have Lionel Messi. But, like I told you guys yesterday, do not underestimate the São Paulo, and that's exactly what happened. In this match, right off the bat, Gattuso had a plan for Napoli against Barcelona. That was, bunkering down. They did bunker down, and the defensive shape looked like a 4-4-2, and at times looked like a 4-5-1. But the plan was, they didn't want Barcelona to get those ticky-tack passes. They didn't want their attack to get behind their back line, and that worked to perfection. And specifically, Lorenzo Insigne and Jose Callejon were active on the defense as well, which was crucial because Napoli was trying to bunker down, which meant that Barcelona had no choice but to attack from out wide. But with Callejon and Insigne doing their jobs, it worked out very well. And the bunkering down paid off because the first goal came off a counterattack by Napoli. Pietro Zielinski made a nice move on Dominican player Junior Firpo and was able to find Dries Mertens on the other side. And Dries, with a beautiful shot, would find the back of the net. That would give Napoli the 1-0 lead. Unfortunately, however, Dries Mertens would get hurt in the second half, and that really changed the momentum for Napoli. As Barcelona got things back together, Arkadiusz Milik came in for Dries Mertens, which is not really a downgrade, but Dries was on fire in this game. A couple minutes after Dries left, Antoine Griezmann would find the back of the net. It was, was it offsides? Maybe. It was very close, but they didn't review it, and Barcelona would get that 1-1 draw, and it was crucial because that was an away goal. And going into the second leg, it's going to be difficult now with a 1-1 draw on the aggregate, but obviously Barcelona had the heads up with the away goal. It's going to be tough going into the Camp Nou. But Napoli have to continue playing this style. I love this style that Gattuso is implementing in this Napoli. This isn't the same beautiful game, beautiful style of Sarri ball from 2 seasons ago. This is a grit and grind team. You know, they will bunker down, they will fight for the ball, and they'll turn it back up and get some production on the attack. I'm loving what's going on, and big shouts out to Dries Mertens, because with his goal in this game, he's now tied with Mari Kamsik all time for goals in Napoli's history, 121. He's had a storied career with Napoli thus far. He is definitely one of the sons of Naples now, and they're even calling him Ciro Mertens, which is fantastic, and he's really embraced Napoli. Of course, keep you posted with Mertens' injury, but I'm assuming it's not too serious. I think it was more precautionary purposes for Gattuso. Gattuso's going to go into the second leg. He's going to have his team ready to battle. It's going to be an even tougher battle. But good news is no Sergio Busquets, as he got a second yellow in this match, which will disqualify him for the second leg of this matchup here. All right, let's move on to North America. The CONCACAF Champions League returned to action on Tuesday night. We had 2 matches, 2 second legs that will determine who will move on to the next round. First up in Kennesaw, Georgia, Atlanta United hosted Motagua from Honduras. And you know, shout out to those Motagua fans who arrived to Kennesaw. They really came out and they brought the energy. Unfortunately, their club left that in Honduras. But, you know, Atlanta United with the Martinez brothers, really, it's going to be dangerous. Not only in Champions League, but in the MLS season. It's in the second season, they're really gaining that chemistry together. And they really were one of the big reasons why they put the beat down on Motagua. They won 3-0, and they will move on to the next round yet again. And Atlanta United have really, came into the MLS, with this huge storm, right? Winning MLS Cup in its second season, winning the U.S. Open Cup last season. They're going to go all in on this trophy. This is the one trophy they want. They want to bring it for the MLS. They want to be the gold standard for the MLS, and very much so. I definitely think they can do this, especially with the type of players that they have. And Pity Martinez is, we all know what he did in Copa Libertadores, one of the more intense continental tournaments that we have in this world. So, I mean, as an MLS fan, I like the chances Atlanta United have this season. And in the other matchup, guys, we had Portmore United going down to Cruz Azul. Now, for Portmore, it's definitely gonna be tough playing in Mexico, Ciudad de Mexico. But listen, you're at a 2-1 aggregate. I mean, realistically, you wanted to get like 2 goals here, but man, they really they left their play back in Jamaica, because Cruz Azul put the beat down on them, winning 4-0. We all kind of expected this, but as someone who roots for Cruz Azul and La Liga MX, I'd like to see him make a run, but of course, I want an MLS team to win this tournament. So we will see what happens with Cruz Azul. Real quick, wanted to mention before we move on, I forgot to mention it with the Chelsea-Bayern Munich game. Unfortunately, Bayern Munich will be without Robert Lewandowski in the next matchup. We'll see how long he will be out. It looks like a lengthy time. He got hurt in the match against Chelsea, so we will keep you up to date with that as well. All right, tomorrow, guys, we have 2 matches in Champions League. We have Juventus traveling to Lyon, France to face off against Lyon. And in the other matchup, guys, we're going to have Manchester City heading to Madrid to face off against Real Madrid. For Juve, this is not going to be an easy match, even though some think this might be easy. Lyon always are a threat to do some damage in these type of tournaments. I wouldn't bank on Juve running away with this, but in tomorrow's matchup, I do see Juve winning 1-0 over Lyon. And then with this Man City Real Madrid matchup, I really think Man City are going to put all their eggs in this basket of trying to finally win Champions League, especially the fact that they are going to miss the next 2 Champions League seasons. So I actually see them winning 1-0 in that matchup. All right, and then in CONCACAF Champions League, we're going to have 4 matches on Wednesday night. First up, we have NYCFC coming back to New York to face off against San Carlos. And of course, this match will be played in Red Bull Arena. I'm going to be intrigued to see what kind of crowd are we going to get. I do expect Red Bull fans to show up and to boo and to cheer on San Carlos, but yeah, it's going to be weird to see NYCFC playing in their rivals' stadium, especially the fact that Red Bulls aren't in this tournament. So I definitely think that they have this matchup and they have this match in hand. They have the aggregate one right now, 5-3. So they just got to take care of business. And they will move on to the next round. The next matchup we have Montreal Impact versus Deportivo Saprissa. The first leg was an entertaining match. Saprissa came back and gave everything that Montreal can handle. Going up to Montreal, I do think that Montreal will get the win. It'll be like a 1-0 victory for Montreal. But I see Titi Henry moving on to the next round with his new club. Tigres and Alianza. Now, if you remember, Alianza, upset Tigres in that first matchup. So going back to Mexico and going back to Monterrey, it's not going to be easy for Alianza. So I definitely think Tigres are going to put the whooping on Alianza. Especially after the upset, they're going to be wound up. They're going to be ready to play. I see Tigres winning 3-1, 3-0. They're going to put a shutout against Alianza. All right, the last matchup, it's going to be a late one. Club America facing off against Comunicaciones. Right now, it's drawled right now 1-1 on aggregate, but heading to Ciudad de Mexico, there's no way Club America is going to drop this match. Again, I got another beat down here. It's not easy playing in Mexico. Ask us MLS fans. It's not easy playing in Mexico. So I got them winning 4-0 in this match. Yeah, it's going to be a bad one. And Club America will move on to the next round. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Continental tournaments are always fun, and we got a lot of them going on. But yeah, guys, if you want to talk about Champions League, you want to talk about any of the matches that happened today, Barcelona-Napoli, Chelsea Bayern Munich, or you want to talk about tomorrow's matchups with Lyon Juve and Man City Real Madrid, let me know in the comments below. You want to talk about CONCACAF Champions League, any of those matches that happen or any of the matches that are going on tomorrow, let me know in the comments below. And also, guys, I could use your guys' feedback. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about. Well, let's talk about it together. Let me know in those comments below as well. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate if you have made it to this point. It means the world to me. We are just trying to grow here in Philadelphia, and I could use your guys' help. Help me out by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, hitting the bell button for notifications, as well as sharing this video and this channel to help me grow. Guys, I'm in Parcero, Philly, and I will talk to you very soon.